an awesome day. Today I'm wearing my salmon shirt because we are going to make salmon poke. Now, I gotta be honest, I absolutely love sushi, but I do not have the patience or the time I'm too lazy, to be quite honest, to make sushi at home, so I'm not going at that. Now, this gives me all the flavors of having sushi without going through all the trouble of actually making sushi. So I'm gonna use a salmon fillet that I have here today. Now, this was a frozen salmon that is almost thawed, so I like to cut it when it's not quite thawed yet, because then you can get really nice clean slices before I put it into my marinade. Now listen, if you're not comfortable eating raw fish, don't eat raw fish. Sear this, cook it, and then put it in the marinade. However, what I like to do so that I have control over my product is I use a frozen fish that's been flash frozen, and then when I thaw it, I know how long it's been thawed. If you have an angle to get fresh fish right out of the water and you know exactly how long it's been out of the water and you can get sushi grade fish that way, you should use that. That is awesome. When I can get that, that's exactly what I use, but this is what I'm using today, and I eat this all the time and I love it so much. So all we're gonna do now is make a little marinade for our salmon, and we're gonna dice it up, put it in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then compose our bowl. That's it. It's super easy, but really, really delicious, and I know you're gonna love it. Okay, so now we're gonna do our marinade. All I'm gonna do now is put a little bit of soy into a bowl, probably like, I don't know, 3 tablespoons or so worth, and a little bit of toasted sesame oil, same amount, about 2 or 3 tablespoons worth, a little bit of rice wine vinegar. These are all things that I always have in my cupboard because I love to eat Asian food. Same amount again, 3 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of sambal. Now you can add just dry chili or whatever kind of favorite hot sauce you like. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon's worth of that in there. I like mine a little bit spicy. As you probably know, you hear me talking about how spicy my food is all the time, and you know, it depends on your own palate and how you like it. And then I'm gonna add just a little tiny bit of sugar. This is just plain white sugar. If you have palm sugar, that's awesome. You can also use honey. And then we're just gonna stir it up and dice up our salmon and put it in the marinade. All right, so I've got my knife here and it's really sharp, and I'm just gonna dice up my salmon into like bite-size little tiny cubes that you wanna eat with, you know, your favorite fork, or I like to eat mine with chopsticks. Yeah, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna dice this up, put it in the marinade, cover it with a little bit of plastic wrap, and then we're gonna leave it for a couple of hours to let it get really cold, and then we'll compose our bowl. Super easy. You can put all kinds of things in your bowl. Today I'm gonna use some green onion, jalapeno, toasted sesame seeds. I've got some cucumber, carrots, and I've got some almonds I'm gonna put on top as well. And of course, avocado, because I put avocado in everything that makes sense. I put avocado in it. I'm a big fan of textures and different temperatures. So I've got brown rice that's gonna be warm as my base, and then I'm gonna have everything else put on top. What I love about poke bowls or taco bars or things like that that you can do, it's all stuff that you can do in advance. If you're having a little party and a few people over, you can do all of this stuff in advance and then just lay it out, and then people can make their own bowls. That's so fun, and I love doing that. So this is one of my favorite things, like do a little poke bar. How fun is that? And then some nice drinks, and people can go over, have your fish on ice in a bowl, and then just let people build their own bowls. How fun is that? So now I'm just gonna put my fish inside my marinade. Give it a little tiny stir with my knife here. Cover it in plastic. I'm gonna pop that in the fridge then for a couple of hours, let it get really cold, and then compose my bowl. Nothing to it. Awesome. Okay, so I just took my salmon out of the fridge. It's been in there for about 2 hours. I would recommend minimum 2 hours, but you could totally make it in the morning if you're having friends over that night. That's the perfect thing to do, right? Have everything done in advance. And now I'm gonna compose my bowl. So I've got brown rice here. You could use sushi rice or white rice. I like to use brown rice. It's what I like to eat, so I just always have brown rice in my fridge. And I'm gonna just put all the things that I like in this bowl. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of the salmon. You know, I'm gonna put like maybe 2 or 3 spoonfuls of this on here. And then I'm gonna add some green onions, a few jalapenos, some cucumber. I've got some carrots all matchsticked. And then I've got, of course, avocado, because I put avocado on pretty much everything. So I just got that sliced up and put that on the side here. Kind of make it look pretty. And then I'm gonna add some almonds, because I just like the crunch of almonds. And here's the other little special thing that I like to do. I use these seaweed crisps, because usually poke is served with like a seaweed salad. And again, I don't make that here at my house very often. So I use this to give it like that seaweed flavor, and it kind of adds a little crunch to it. So that's really nice. So I just buy these at Costco, seaweed crisps. I think you can also buy like the seaweed sheets. If you could cut those up, that'd be nice too. So I'm just gonna kind of lay those around my bowl. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of extra sauce to flavor all my rice and my stuff. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of toasted sesame seeds all over the top. Now, if you have black sesame seeds, that's even better. Other awesome things you can put in here, edamame beans. You could use mango, would be delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you soon.